It is a beautiful morning right here, and it's a wonderful day. And I would like to welcome you especially to Sport Russia. My name is Ramsey Enoch. First, let's look at the result of the matches that were played over the weekend, beginning from the Premier League to other leagues around the world. Manchester City failed to break down the determined Arsenal defense as highly anticipated clash at the top of the Premier League failed to live up to the hype in a 0-0 draw at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday. Liverpool were the big winners of the day in the title race as they beat Brighton 2-1 to go top, 2 points ahead of Arsenal and 3 clear of City with 9 games to play. Cole Palmer was the one who continued his impressive debut season for Chelsea as he bagged a brace in the 2-2 home draw against Burnley in the Premier League on Saturday. That was Saturday. Man, that was a beautiful game. If you watch that game, you know what I'm talking about. But despite the disappointment draw against Burnley, who had a player and the manager, Vincent Kompany, sent off, Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 5 games. The last time they tasted defeat was in their League Cup final, where they fell 1-0 to Liverpool on the 23rd or 25th, I beg your pardon, of February 2024. The Blues are now currently in 11th place on 40 points. That's a big one. 40 points in the league table. And of course, they are still in the running for a silverware as they will face Manchester City in the semi-finals of the FA Cup on 20th of April. Then from the French League 1, let's take you there and bring you a little result from there. As 10-man Paris Saint-Germain move at 12 points are clear at the top of the League 1 with a 2-0 win over Marseille. PSG captain, talking about Kylian Mbappe, who set up to join Real Madrid in the summer, was substituted in the 63rd minute. The reigning champions need just 10 points from their remaining 7 games to return to the League One title. As of course, I don't know, but then it's possible. Everything is possible. The points are not much. What they actually need is not much. Moving away from there, let's get to what is happening in Spain. From the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid's final match before facing Manchester City in the Champions League ended 2-0 in victory over Atletico Bilbao, thanks to 2 fine, beautiful goals by Rodrigo. Well, I don't know how that actually happened, but it was a very beautiful one. If you watch that game very well, you will know that they were not ready to take a no for an answer at all. And the weekend was so fantastic. The weekend was so beautiful. Beginning from the Premier League, you can see what actually happened right there. But then, as it is, they never saw it coming. The result was so surprising. It was amazing. But then when it comes to the Premier League, that is exactly how it happened. But then Arsenal are also very, very, very determined, and they anticipated what actually happened. The clash are so far so good, has taken these guys to the top right now. As Arsenal, I don't know, but then the Premier League was another moment over the weekend, beginning from Saturday. Saturday was a very wonderful time, but then the games that were played on Saturday were so much of entertainment, so much of disappointment, and so much of, what do I say, surprises. What about that Burnley game? If you look at that Burnley game very well, they had a player and a manager who has been a very fantastic player, and he was actually sent off. Well, if you watch that game, you will know that Kompany, it couldn't just hold it. Man, but then that actually happened. But Chelsea, still, I think it's a good one for them because they are still unbeaten in the last 5 games. But then the jinx might be broken anytime soon. I think Chelsea, I think Chelsea is not doing badly right now. Well, let me go on a quick break. After this break, I'll return back again and I'll bring you so many details from the home front. Of course, I don't know what is happening, but then I think there is a good news somewhere around the corner about the female soccer. I'm talking about the Super Falcons. More details coming after this break. My name is Ramsey. I will be back.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back from that break. It is still Sport Russia. And of course, this is Monday. So many things happened over the weekend that I was able to update you about a few out of it. But right now, I am bringing you more details. How did you enjoy the weekend? It was Easter weekend, but then some matches were actually played. Some persons were happy alongside with the celebration, and other persons were disappointed, especially people who go out to do one or two betting. Well, I don't know, but then I wouldn't want to say it is a disappointment for some people, and it was a period of joy for some of the persons. Coming back home, I said on return from this break, I'm going to talk more about some things happening from the home front, that is Nigeria. Let me talk about the Super Eagles. Some of the Super Eagles players were actually on top of their games over the weekend. As a matter of fact, Super Eagles striker, talking about Terry Murphy, was on target as Nice lost 2-1 to Nantes in Sunday's League One game. However, Nantes, who were missing Super Eagles winger, they miss him. Who am I talking about? Simon, of course. Simon, he was operated upon. Yeah, he was operated upon over the weekend, and he couldn't play. But then he was missed. I think it's so good that Nantes is even coming out to actually say this. However, Nantes, who were missing Super Eagles winger, talking about Simon Moses, due to injury, netted the winning goal in the 76th minute through Mustafa Mohammed. The victory now means that Nice sits fifth on 43 points, while Nantes sit 14th on the 28 points. Well, if you look at that game very well, you can see that Moses Simon's position was actually not well handled, but then it depends on what you think and what you feel about the absence of Moses Simon. But as far as Nantes is concerned, they have said they actually missed him in that game. We wish him quick recovery. Moses, we wish you a quick recovery. Recover early and return back so that you can stay fit, okay? Because the Super Eagles will be needing you any moment. Let me talk about African champions Bayana of South Africa as they arrived Abuja yesterday for the first leg of their 2024 Olympic Games qualifier against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The first leg of the final round qualifying fixture will be played at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, and that's going to be happening on Friday. South Africa will then host their rival in the reverse fixture, which is going to be next week, Tuesday, in Pretoria. All right, as a matter of fact, the overall winner will play in Group C at the Paris 2024 Olympics. All these are preparation towards the forthcoming 2024 Olympics. But then, what do you think? The Super Falcon and the Bayana of South Africa are one of the countries and one of the team that has been doing very, very well. These are two big elephants that are going to fight. But then, let's see, whatever happens from the Moshood Abiola Stadium is going to be a determiner when they get to Pretoria. But then, the Super Falcons, they give Nigerians more joy than the Super Eagles most times. But then, let's see what's going to happen. Playing at home and playing away, because the reverse fixture is going to be played in Pretoria. But then, let's see what's going to happen on Friday at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, right here. All is geared towards the preparation for the Paris 2024 Olympics, which is going to be coming, and they are playing in Group C. Well, I don't know how they place Nigeria and, of course, the Bayana in the same group. Then, moving away from there, Nigeria's sole representative, they are the sole representative in the 2023-24 CAF Confederations Cup, talking about Rivers United, who are the sole representative of Nigeria. We are able to claim a 1-0 victory over reigning champions, talking about USM Alger, in their first leg of the qualifying final game in Uyo that happened yesterday. But then it was a good one. Playing at home, I just felt they would have netted more goals, but notwithstanding, let's see what happened. Still, they will be facing a daunting test, of making it into the next round of the competition. Why? Because the first leg encounter at their adopted home ground was dubbed to be a tough encounter, and the 2022 Nigerian Premier League Football League champions have made a bright start through the Okejefa, who fired home after being set up from a corner kick. Rivers United will now travel to Algiers next Sunday, and that's going to be next Sunday for the second leg, and it promises to be a stern test for them as they hope to avoid a repeat of last season's last 8 elimination against our young Africans. Well, they must not be eliminated. Remember what happened the last time. Remember how they were actually eliminated. Well, I pray the elimination don't hit you this time. But then you saw what happened in Uyo. As you're traveling, you should be prepared. The coach and every single player who is actually going to be in the first 11 must be serious so that at least they will come back triumphant. All right, moving away from there, let's go to other stories this morning. Ahead of the highly anticipated clash between Nigeria and South Africa for a spot at the women's football event of the 2024 Olympics in Paris, like I said earlier, Super Falcons camp opens yesterday with the Nigerian Football Federation announcing that Azizat Oshola is not expected until Thursday. She's not going to be around. But according to the media team of NFF captain and Atletico Madrid forward, talking about Rashidat Ajibade, will be among the early birds as the team begins preparation for the game against the Bayana. Okay, the two teams are arguably, like I told you earlier, are the best women football squad so far on the African continent. Talking about the Super Falcons and the Bayana of South Africa. Well, as a matter of fact, it will be a battle in two-legged affair as they battle for one of the 2 tickets from the Africa for Paris 2024 Olympics women's football. And the first leg of the encounter will take place at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja here, like I said, and I expect all Nigerians to come out so that they will be part of that game. Then the return leg is scheduled for the Loftus Westfield Arena in Pretoria, and that's going to be 5 days later. But then let's see what's going to happen. 5 days after the play at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, they will move to Pretoria so that they can play the return leg. Why am I re-emphasizing this? I'm actually talking about this so that Nigerians can come out and share them up. They are not like the Super Eagles. They won't disappoint you. I promise you. The Super Falcons, they will make it happen and they will make us proud. This is going to be the size and of the sports today. And I'm going to be saying this, okay, before I call it a wrap on the show today. Let's do everything possible in the spirit of this celebration so that we can actually pray for the Super Falcons to come out triumphant when they go head to head with the Bayana. These are 2 champions on the African continent. Thank you for keeping a date with me. Today's Monday. I'll return again for midweek sport, and that's going to be on Wednesday, of course. My name is MC Ramsey with Jesse number 10. Have a beautiful day and continue with the celebration. I know work resumes tomorrow fully, even though we are always here to bring you to speed with things happening from the world of sport on a daily basis. No retreat, no surrender. Have a beautiful time. Bye-bye for now.